Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the things that should feel good don't hit the same anymore? You open your phone, nothing. You start a task, zero motivation. Even things you used to enjoy just feel flat. Well, that's not a personality flaw. That's your dopamine system trying to tell you something. In my last video, when we talked about procrastination, I briefly mentioned dopamine, and now I want to give you a deeper explanation. So today, we're going to break down exactly how dopamine actually works, what's happening in your brain when you feel unmotivated, and how you can reset your reward system so life feels exciting again. And if you didn't watch the procrastination video yet, I highly recommend checking it out after this one because what you learn today will make even more sense with that context. Okay, let's talk about dopamine. Most people online describe dopamine as a pleasure chemical, but that's not really accurate. Dopamine is much more about motivation, desire, and anticipation than pleasure itself. Think of it like this: serotonin equals mood, endorphins equal comfort or pain relief, dopamine equals drive. Dopamine is the push forward signal. It's what makes you want to act, pursue, chase, or continue something. Here's a simple example. If you ever find yourself scrolling on your phone and you didn't even enjoy it, but you kept going, that's dopamine. Dopamine creates wanting, not necessarily liking. And this is why modern life is so tricky. Our brain's dopamine system evolved in a world of slow rewards: hunting, gathering, community, long term effort leading to long term payoff. But now you can get a dopamine spike from TikTok videos every 3 seconds, endless social media notifications, processed food, extreme entertainment, shopping apps, multitasking, whatever. Your brain wasn't designed for that constant stimulation, and it reacts in a predictable way. Now let's talk about the reward pathway, which is also called the mesolimbic dopamine system. Don't worry, this is simple. There are two main players. Number one, VTA, or the ventral tegmental area. This is where the dopamine is produced. Number two, nucleus accumbens, the motivation center. This is where dopamine triggers motivation and action. Whenever you do something the brain considers rewarding, like checking your phone, eating something tasty, online shopping, dopamine spikes. But here's the important part: your brain doesn't just care about the spike, it cares about the difference between your baseline dopamine and the spike. This is called the dopamine baseline, your default level. If the baseline is high and stable, rewards feel meaningful. If the baseline is low and only spikes from intense stimulation, everyday life feels dull. That's why normal tasks feel boring, you can't focus, you don't feel motivated, you're constantly seeking the next hit. Your baseline is suppressed. And that's how you get stuck in a loop. High stimulus behavior, dopamine spike, baseline drops, normal life feels boring, you seek more stimulation to feel normal. This is why short form content, junk food, and constant notifications can make you feel less motivated overall. So now, does dopamine get depleted? There's a myth that dopamine gets used up. That's not how it works. Your brain never runs out of dopamine. What changes is sensitivity. If you constantly overstimulate the dopamine system, it adapts by reducing receptor sensitivity, lowering your baseline, needing more stimulation to feel motivated. It's like turning the volume down on your own motivation. This makes normal tasks like reading, studying, working feel unreasonably hard. But the good news is, sensitivity can recover, baselines can rise again, your motivation can come back. Now let's talk about how. Here are the practical steps on how to reset your brain's reward system. Step number 1, reduce dopamine stacking. Dopamine stacking is when you combine multiple sources of stimulation at once. For example, eating and scrolling, studying and checking notifications, gaming and watching Netflix. This trains your brain to crave multiple stimuli at once. Easiest fix? Do one thing at a time, even for short periods. Step number 2, make boredom normal again. A healthy dopamine system needs silence, moments where nothing exciting is happening. Try 5 to 10 minutes of sitting without your phone, walking without headphones, doing simple tasks without entertainment. Your baseline uses boredom to rebuild. Step number 3, replace high intensity rewards with low intensity habits. This doesn't mean you eliminate pleasure. It means you rebalance with low dopamine activities such as reading, slow hobbies, cooking, journaling, creative work, being in nature. These increase baseline over time. Step number 4, do the 24-hour dopamine reset. This is not a detox. It's a reset of attention. For one day, no ultra-processed entertainment, no endless scrolling, no rapid switching between apps, no background noise stimulation. You're simply reconditioning your brain to calm down. Most people feel more clarity, more motivation, less anxiety, and more focus within 24 hours. And step number 5 is the long-term fix, which is the reward prediction. Here is a neuroscience secret. Your brain releases more dopamine from anticipation than from the reward itself. That means you can increase dopamine by setting small daily goals, breaking tasks into tiny steps, tracking progress visually, celebrating effort, not outcomes. Your brain begins to associate progress with motivation, not just rewards. So that's how dopamine really works. Not as a pleasure chemical, but as the engine that drives your motivation. If you want to go deeper into how this ties into procrastination, definitely check out the previous video. I link it right here and in the description. And in the next video, I'll break down how to build habits using your brain's natural dopamine rhythms. If you found this helpful, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what topic you want me to cover next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I wish you all a wonderful day.